So I started my Friday off with some business emails, invoicing, just general freelance things that needed to be taken care of. And then once those were out of the way, I pulled up my Etsy orders so that I could work out my game plan. I usually print my art prints first, and then I move on to stickers. There's a higher margin of error with prints I've found, just little things like ink spatters or smudges that can, compromise a print and need a reprint. So I like to take care of those first and then move on to stickers, which are a little easier process. Before I got to making stickers, I actually just bought some replacement blades for my Cricut, and I wanted to switch out the blade because I was starting to notice jagged edges on my cuts. Fortunately, it's super easy to change out blades. You just pop one out and the other one sticks right in with a magnet. It's very easy to do. As a precaution, I always calibrate my Cricut after I change tools, but I wouldn't have actually needed to do that because the test cut from the initial calibration phase came out perfect. I print my stickers on inkjet printable adhesive vinyl and then apply a UV blocking film over the top to protect the ink. I've tried a few other types of sticker paper that are really popular with Etsy sellers, but I wasn't personally in love with them. If I see customers wanting stationery stickers in the future, I might give them another try, but for now, I like what I've settled on. Once I've got the UV film applied to the top of the vinyl, I add some office tape over the black box. That black box is a reference point for the cutting machine so that it can tell where it needs to cut. And glossy surfaces can have a tendency to interfere with the sensor. It can cause glare issues. So I just put a little bit of office tape over that black box and it kind of mattifies it, and the machine has no trouble reading it after that. I like a nice clean cut on my Kiss Cut stickers, so I use a fairly high pressure sensitivity and I go over each cut twice so that when I'm pulling everything off of the sticky mat, it comes off really easy. There's no tearing or anything. The next thing on my list was to card pins. I ran my first enamel pin Kickstarter last October. The project was called Witching Hour, and it was hugely successful and a lot of fun to run, and I really look forward to running more Kickstarter projects in the future. But I sent out the rewards for that project in May, and now the extra pins are listed in my Etsy shop and on my website. So that's what these are. In the pin community, the ultra satisfying moment where the pin sticks through the backing card is called the pin snap. I carded hundreds of pins for my Kickstarter, and let me tell you, I never got tired of it. Okay, so it has been a busy week on my shop. I've been running a summer sale last week and this week, so I've had a lot of orders coming in. I also started a new freelance job, and they've been keeping me very busy with a lot of quick turnaround projects. So I had all of these orders coming in this week, and I didn't have time to actually fulfill them until today. And today is a Friday. Fridays, I usually go hang out with my mom because she has Fridays off. And so usually what we'll do is we'll go to lunch and then we will consolidate our errands. Sometimes I'll do order fulfillment before we go off and do all of our running around so that we can also hit the post office. I can drop off my orders and be done. Today, I actually did not have enough time to finish fulfilling my orders on top of everything. So came home, finished my order fulfillment, and everything's packed up, ready to go. And I'm thinking it's getting kind of late. It's like 4 o'clock. The last mail pickup was about an hour ago, so I think I'll just go drop off those packages first thing in the morning. The post office is going to be less busy anyway, and it's super hot. It's 102, no. It's actually gone up by 2 degrees in the last 5 minutes. It's 104 right now. But you know, this new job is keeping me busy, but it has also just gotten me so excited to draw again. I have not had time to do a lot of drawing this year. and I have missed it, and I've been meaning to get back to drawing for a while, but as many creatives know, creativity begets creativity. So the more time you spend drawing, the more time you want to spend drawing. It's really weird like that. And especially when you're a professional artist and you spend a lot of time doing work for other people, freelance and commission projects are great. It's a lot of fun being able to do different types of projects that you wouldn't normally take on your own. It's always more exciting to be able to work on your own stuff because it's what you're passionate about. You get to settle back into your cozy little nook of your own interests and, you know, chase your creativity and see where it takes you. So now that I have a little bit of free time, I have this design, I guess, that I've been working on of Heisenberg from Resident Evil. The first in what I hope is a series of video game character designs. I love video games. I think that they have a lot of compelling storylines and characters, and they're also underrepresented in like fan art, I guess. This is a design that I started a week ago, and I have been noodling away at it through the week just as I have a spare hour or two, and it's almost done, so I'm just gonna go ahead and work on that for a little while. We'll see where it goes. So while the time lapse is going, I just wanted to mention, I realized the other day while I was looking at my channel that my last video just over a year ago was also Heisenberg. I drew him the first time right after Village came out, and I've been really big into the Resident Evil franchise since then, and just generally horror games. It's just a weird coincidence that my next drawing on my channel after all this time would be the same character, and I wanted to point it out that it was accidental so that no one would jump to the conclusion that he's the only character I ever draw. It's just a weird, random coincidence that happened. I'm tired, I'm hungry, my cats are napping but also hungry. I did finish my design that I was working on, and I had to do a little bit of pushing and pulling. It wasn't quite as close to finished as I wanted it to be, because if I had finished it the way that I had it sketched out, I wouldn't have been completely satisfied with it. I played a lot with the colors near the end, and that, I'm gonna confidently say, always produces better results. That's something that I've been trying to play with the last couple of years more, is being more interesting with my colors. I suppose I've been using a lot of gradient maps and tighter color schemes that are less realistic but more stylized and interesting, and I think it brings a lot to the piece. That's gonna wrap up this studio vlog. I don't know how to end videos. I've never done this before. If you stuck with me through this entire process, thank you so much. I would appreciate if you'd consider subscribing and sticking around, but I honestly don't blame you if you don't. I'll see you in the next one if that ever happens. I mean, let's be honest, I will make more studio vlogs in the future. Whether I post them is another matter, but I always think that I want to try, so